Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelly Montgomery, and I am here to give a speech to inform you about an industry that I never knew about that has completely changed my life for the better. This industry is called property preservation. In my speech, I would like to describe what property preservation is, how it has changed my life, and a little bit of what to expect in the future. What is property preservation? Well, property preservation is the process of maintaining a foreclosed home, the interior, the exterior, anything in between, to cutting the grass to maintain the property on the exterior, to fixing roof leaks, to trashing out a property that someone has left behind belongings, to sales cleans, to capping wires, anything you can think of in the construction industry. I got into this industry about 10 years ago. I actually applied on Craigslist for a job. It was $8.50 an hour for a property preservation processor. I had no idea what a property preservation processor was. I took the job and within about 2 weeks got a raise. After 2 years, I was still at the same company. After that, a company from California came in and bought the company. So they were slowly laying off people, and I was one of the ones that did not get laid off and had an opportunity to transfer to California. This really sparked my career in the property preservation industry. So I would like to take a look at what property preservation is just a little bit more in depth. So how does property preservation work? Well, here we have a slide. It shows the bank. Now the bank could be Wells Fargo, it could be Capital One, it could be SunTrust, it could be any bank in the world. They give work orders to these little subsidiary companies, M&M Services, MCS, NFR. There's about 1,000 of them out there. These are just a few examples. Then these little subsidiary companies give the work to other subsidiary companies that can handle contractors. PPM, Presentable Properties, and Side-to-Side Preservation are 3 companies that I currently do work for. These companies give all the work to the contractors. There could be 2,000 orders divided up along however many contractors we have. The same thing with this company and with this company. Now, each company could get 5,000 work orders a piece, or they could get 1,000. You never know. It just depends on the home market. Once the contractors receive the work and complete the work, it goes back up to the company, goes back up to PPM, goes back up to Presentable, and goes back up to Side to Side. After that, when the contractor has finished, whether it be a roof job, cutting the grass, an initial sales clean, or just a drive-by to make sure that the property is still secure, all this work comes to me, Montgomery LLC. And what I do is I process the orders, type up the reports, deal with all the photographs, and then I send it directly back to the bank. So that is how property preservation work is actually distributed. The next thing I'd like to do is just show a couple of photos of some of the houses and some of the things that we look at while we're doing property preservation. We have a nice house here that has obviously gone wrong. We have some flood leaks, roof leaks, flooded basements. Things like that are what the contractors go out to correct. Then when they have corrected these issues, they send them back up to me to process the report and send back to the bank. And here is one more house. This is what we in the industry call a hoarder house. Someone has been in the house and not taken care of it and had hoarded multiple objects, and the city has come in and condemned the house. So at this point in time, we are there to go in, clean the house out, and get rid of whatever trash is left. The next thing I'd like to talk about is how this whole industry got me to move around the country for the last 6 or 7 years. I originally moved to California, and when California, my position had been eliminated after about a year, I was picked up by another company in New York, and went to New York and worked there for some quite time, and then I was moved to Virginia. After Virginia, I went ahead and started my own company. So after 10 years of being in this industry, off of an $8.50 Craigslist ad, I have chosen this to become my career. Now, my future goals would be to basically continue to grow my business. I have only been on my own for 3 years, and I've actually went and gotten an LLC, which is a business license to be an accreditable company to process bank orders. So in the future, I'd like to continue to grow more and more each year and make more money. So I hope you've included or liked my speech on property preservation, and the next time that you perhaps see an ad for property preservation, hopefully you have a better understanding of what property preservation actually is, and that you can make a really good living out of doing it, and you never know where things are going to take you. I hope you've enjoyed my speech, and have a nice day.